Rectangular back, this time with another haul video. So these are not actually for me. I've been trying to help out friends of mine who live overseas. My friend Dave Johnson has been trying to complete this wave, and I don't have these figures yet. These are his, so I just had them shipped from Amazon to me, and then I'm going to take them out of the package and ship them out to him in England. So just wanted to do a quick haul video just showing off the figures, just because, you know, some people have really good luck and their figures come with no issues at all, perfect paint applications, that sort of thing, and you know, basically just to get an idea of the quality control. Looks like these figures are turning out much better than the pictures that we were initially seeing on eBay from Chinese sellers, so that's good so far. I do notice that Hawkeye's left arm looks like it's pretty warped in the package, so I'll have to hit up Day and see if he wants me to try to heat that up. I'm figured he's might gets a little you know, he's got to go all the way to England, so I might just wait for Day to try to fix him when he ends up over there, so we'll have to see. But anyway, I'm not going to do reviews. I just want to give you my first impressions. You know, a lot of people in the community, my buddy Dominic, aka Advocate Pinoy over in the Philippines, he has reviewed this entire wave already. So yeah, it's not it's going to be, the dust is going to settle quite a bit by the time I get mine. I pre-ordered mine, and the supplier still hasn't shipped them out to where I ordered them from. So anyway, let's get them out of the package and get a closer look at them. Taking a quick look at the accessories that Hawkeye comes with. It's got that quiver, and the same very similar color plastic that the rest of the figures molded in, or his boots at least are molded in. It's got like a little bit of a glitter little shine to it. Maybe the paint swirled into the plastic a little. Not too bad. Would have liked a little bit more shading in the fletching of the arrows. So when I get mine, I'll probably put some a little bit of gray in there just to make them pop a little bit better. I don't remember if the arrows in the comics are purple as well, so I might end up painting those black. But you know, it's all right. I guess it's pretty much comic accurate. And then we have the purple bow. It comes with the same bow that we got in the Marvel Now Hawkeye, and I think yeah, the movie Hawkeye I think came with the same bow. And haven't decided if I'm gonna stay with the purple one or go with one of the black ones that I have, but I think I will end up replacing that plastic string with some actual thread that will flex, so I can get him in better poses, because you can't really have him pulling back an arrow with that plastic. You know, it's not really functional. So anyway, let's show the figure itself. Alright, so here we've got Hawkeye out of the package, and first impressions, he's pretty decent. Pretty happy to finally see that this guy's getting released. A lot of us been wanting to use him for our Dark Avengers, and I'm getting 2 out of a case of 8, and gonna take the arm off and swap that out, probably with the movie Hawkeye, and then repaint the shoulder so that I'll have more of a classic Hawkeye, and then keep this version as the Dark Hawkeye version. And I noticed in Ash's review of this guy he just put up today that the shoulder armor, the chest piece, kind of sits high. It will flatten out, but the plastic is a little stiff. I don't know if I'll end up, you can see how it, I think during Ash's review it was popped up like this, and it was really annoying me. and I know it wasn't Ash's fault, but it just doesn't sit very flat, so I'm hoping maybe just heating it up and keeping it pressed down, heat it up, and then get some rubber bands and strap it in there, and then dip him in some cold water that hopefully I can mold it more to his chest. But that's kind of annoying that it sticks up like that, and I don't know that the manufacturer could have changed that other than going with a softer plastic, which you would run the risk of these straps in the front breaking eventually. So it's just something we have to deal with. These figures aren't perfect for $20 figures, but overall I think they did a good job with the paint. Don't see anything real glaring. Like I said, his arm, just like the Winter Soldier that has the same arm, came warped in the package, and I really wish Hasbro would find a better solution for their packages. I don't know if we have to go back to twist ties, but the way that they are molded, it's just a little bit too harsh, and they end up getting warped. So not liking that. Arms are a little bit easier, or a little bit, sometimes depending on the figure, sometimes easier to fix than a leg. So hopefully that won't be too easy or too difficult to fix. But overall I think his paint apps turned out pretty well. His eyes pretty straight for the most part. Don't see anything real major wrong with them, but I do agree with folks like Anthony's Customs, who was saying that this head sculpt is just the past few waves of Marvel Legends. The head sculpts are just way too common looking. They all look like each other. They all have that big square jaw, like Captain America and Bucky, and so many of these, Thor, so many of these characters that they're coming out with have the same kind of chin shape, and I'm hoping that waves down the road aren't going to be just like that, but that's what headcasts are for, I guess. So anyway, that's my impression of Hawkeye. It looks like the H turned out really well on this guy, so I'm hoping mine does too. Let's take a look at Iron Fist. So as Marvel Legends collectors, a lot of us have a tendency to be a little bit bitchy and whiny when it comes to this series of figures, and a lot of it is justified, a lot of it's not justified, but I'm so happy to see that we have very little to bitch about this wave, and it's stuff like this. It's Hasbro. We had to we whined that, where's our Iron Fist, where's our Iron Fist? Well, it was worth waiting for this one, because we get these awesome accessories, these interchangeable hands that we had no idea that they were going to do. Initially when they first showed Iron Fist in this new costume, that he was just the figure. There was nothing else, no accessories that came with him. So it's so cool to see all these interchangeable hands that the figure comes with. So it was totally worth waiting for, and they're not just straight pegs. You have actual hinges in there, so that's gonna really help with all the posing. Very cool. Is there any paint? No, it's just flesh colored plastic, but that's okay. Paint is the easiest thing to modify on a figure, as long as it's not a logo, real intricate design, and just adding shades of flesh tone or black wash. That's like the easiest thing to modify. So Hasbro, thank you for listening. Very happy with these interchangeable hands. Alright, so here we have Danny Rand out of the package, and first impressions, he's a really nice figure. So happy to finally see this guy getting released. And again, this is not my personal figure. This belongs to somebody else, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time getting him into dynamic pose. I just want to give you my first impressions of him. As I noted in previous videos where I could see pictures of the figure, it looked like you might need to go and touch up some of the white there. That's the clear plastic for the forearms and for the shins that go up to the knees. But that's not a big deal. That's very easy to touch up, and it's going to flake off eventually. The more you pose the figure, the more it's going to flake off. But really like attention to detail. They put a blue wash over him, and the logo on the front just came out perfect. It's like immaculate, so I'm really hoping that that's consistent across the wave. One thing I do notice is that his sash is very tight on this figure. It doesn't really move down, so Day might have to heat his up if he wants it to come any further down. It's really tight on him. It's going up into the ab crunch there, so he may not care about that, but hopefully mine will be a little bit more loose. There's pros and cons to that. For posing it, I guess you may not want it moving around on you a lot, but I'd rather have the ability to move it around away from his leg, etc. But yeah, I think they did a really good job. The flesh colored plastic is very close to the color that they used for his face, so I think that turned out really well. The black on his mask is pretty straight and consistent. Looks like you could use just a tiny dab there in the corners of the mask, a little bit more black there, but overall very good. He's got a little bit of extra plastic there on the side of his face, and some people were complaining that they don't like this this old body. It was like the Guardian body, but I have no problem with it. I think it works really well for Danny. He's not supposed to be big roided out dude. He's not. I wouldn't say he's any bigger than Bucky Cap. If anything, I would say he's probably smaller. So I think this is a perfect body, and very, very good figure. A lot of people also complain about the ball joints, but for very athletic, acrobatic type figures like this, I think the ball joints work really well for getting him into high kick poses. So very happy with that. And I love the gold, the plastic that's got the paint swirled into it. Very, very well done. Much better than if it had just been paint, if it had been like an all-white figure with gold paint on the belt and the head and the feet. But yeah, I think somebody, I can't remember whose video review it was, but they had their headpiece, the bands on the back of his mask came off, so this one looks like it's on there pretty tight. I'm not going to try messing with it. Like I said, it's not my figure. Don't want to monkey with him a whole lot. But very cool. Very happy to see this guy come out, and cannot wait to get mine in the mail, hopefully in the next couple weeks. Alright, and with that, I will invite you guys to please hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.